Okay guys, so let's go ahead and get started in this look. Right now I'm using a all over face primer. This is the Nourishing Equalizer from Makeup Forever, and I'm doing this all over the skin just to prep. I'm going to go back in afterwards with a yellow and peach corrector, and this is going to help brighten and bring radiance to her skin tone. Now that we have her prepped and all ready to go, I'm going to go in with an Ultra HD foundation. This I'm going to use all over the skin. I'm going to start through the center. I'm tapping, stretching, and blending this throughout all the way down to her jawline. For concealer, I'm going to be going in with something that's a little bit more full coverage. I'm going to be applying this only in the areas that I feel like I need to brighten the skin. So that's usually right underneath the eye area in the inner corners, around the nose, around the mouth area, and then possibly on any blemishes or imperfections on the face. Once I have this in all the areas I wanted, I'm just going to tap, stretch, and blend this into the complexion. To add some highlight points to the face, I'm going to go in with this foundation palette with a little bit of a lighter color, and I'm just going to apply this only on the highest points of the face. Once I have that in, I'm just going to tap, stretch, and blend that out into the rest of the complexion. To add some contour areas to the face, I'm going to go in with this flash palette and I'm going to take a little bit of that brown and I'm just going to apply this in the hollow points of the face and then start to tap, stretch, and blend that up into the highlight so that you get a gradient and gradual effect. Now let's go in and set the complexion. I'm going to be going in with a couple different shades of a loose powder and a beauty blender. And I'm just going to lightly tap and press the powder into the complexion so that I set different areas. I'm taking a lighter one to set the areas of highlight, and then I'm taking a little bit of a warmer, darker one, and I'm just going to be using this to press and set the areas of the contour. Now I'm going to be going in and bumping up her highlight. So I'm taking this star powder, which is one of my favorites. This is number 940, and I'm going to go in over top of all the highlight areas, and I'm just going to buff this powder right onto those areas. You'll see it'll bring light to the face. It's really pretty. It works on all skin tones. It's literally just one of my favorite products. Now we're going to go back in and reinforce the contour areas. So I'm taking this warm brown eyeshadow and I'm just going to be placing this in all the contours that we placed around the face. And again, placing it where I want it and then stretching it and pulling it up into the highlight so you get that gradient and gradual effect. I'm also going to be using the shadow as her eyebrow color. It's a nice warm brown color. I'm just going to do a light, easy, natural fill with this. To set that shadow in her brow, I'm going to be using a clear brow gel. I'm just taking it on a little spoolie and combing it through the brow to set them in place. Now it's time to move on to the eyes. So I'm taking that same concealer that I used under her eyes earlier, and I'm going to be using this as a base for the eyeshadows to come. To start off this eye look, I'm going to be taking a black eyeliner, and with the model's eyes open, I'm going to be drawing parentheses on the inner and outer corners of the eye. Once I have that in, I'm going to be taking a tiny little smudge brush, and I'm just going to lightly start to blend that in. This is going to create the shape that we're going for later and create some stability underneath the shadows as well. As you can see, I'm creating kind of a half moon shape with the eyeliner and smudging it. This is really going to make the eyes appear large and rounder, which is really, really pretty. To set that eyeliner, I'm going to go in with this purple eyeshadow and I'm taking that same smudge brush, and what I'm doing is just applying that shadow right on top of the eyeliner that I just placed down. Once you have that shadow where you want it, it's important that you go back in afterwards with a blending brush and you stretch and pull that color so that it's blended and seamless. For the bottom lash line, we're going to repeat the same exact steps that we did on the top. I'm drawing the liner on the inner and outer corners. I'm going to smudge that and then set it with that purple shadow as well. Now we're going to go in with this really bright neon hot pink shadow. I'm taking a small flat shader brush, and what I'm doing is basically hugging the eyeball. I'm going to apply this right around where that darker color is, still leaving the center empty, but it's creating a gradual effect from dark to medium, and then we're going to place a light color in the center. We're also going to take this on the smudge brush, do it exactly the same on the bottom lash line, and then I'm also going to take this around the darker areas of the eye. So right above, as if you're going right towards the brow bone, right here. I'm just smudging that color right underneath. Now to fill the center of the eye, we're going to take this pink golden champagne color and we're just going to apply this through the center of the eyelid. It's going to bring light to the center of the eye, which makes it look a lot more predominant and a lot more rounded. And of course, we're going to take this same exact shadow and apply it to the center of the eye underneath the lash line. Now to take it up a step further, I'm going to go in with that same 940 star powder that I used as our highlight, and I'm just going to press this through the center of the eye. Now let's add a little bit more dimension to the look. I'm going to go in with this matte black eyeshadow, and I'm going to take that same smudge brush from earlier. I'm going to apply the shadow in the inner and outer corners to take it up just a notch. It'll add a little bit more definition and dimension to the look. We're going to finish off the look with two pairs of lashes. I'm going to use one on the top, these guys on the bottom, and then we're going to finish off with a little bit of mascara. So I want to add a little bit more drama to the look. So I'm going to be taking this glitter and I'm just going to be pressing this through the center of the eyelid to add a little bit more sparkle and fun. Let's move on to the lips. I'm going to be taking this warm brown eyeliner and I'm going to be using this to outline and fill the lips. Once I have that done, I'm going to be taking a more of a burgundy red wine color and I'm going to fill in the lips with that as well. So let's finish off this look. I'm going to take a tiny little bit of HD powder and I'm just going to press this all over the skin. It has optical diffusers in it to help smooth and buffer out the skin. And then we're just going to set it and forget it. We're going to use a finishing spray and spray it all over and finish her off. So here we have the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And I will most definitely see you in my next video. Thanks, guys.